Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Robert Grant, and I am the Head of Customer Experience here at Initor Global. We provide outsourced accounting services to over 100 UK accounting practices and businesses from our offices based in India. The subject matter of today's webinar is how Initor Global helps accountants grow and scale through outsourcing services. Accounting firms, regardless of size, are facing unprecedented disruption and change, not least the challenges of increased customer expectations, the need to recruit and retain talent, and the speed of technological change. In today's session, we consider how outsourcing work to an offshore supplier can help accountants address those challenges while growing their business. Okay, if we move on to some basics. So what does outsourcing accounting services actually mean? Well, when you outsource a service, it means a business engages a third party to perform tasks, handle operations, provide staff, or even services on its behalf. Now, this can be offshore in territories such as India or Asia, or it can be onshore under contractual arrangements with maybe a UK-based supplier. Regardless of the territories the services are provided from, these are usually on commercial terms. And here at Initor Global, we support accountants with a range of services to help them with their day-to-day accounting processes. We help practices with digital bookkeeping, especially when there's a month-end peak of work and you need to harness all of that client information to complete their monthly bank reconciliations. We also help practices with their year-end accounts. Many practices experience severe backlogs of work when they have many clients with the same year-end, maybe 31st of March or 31st of December. So those practices with backlogs or peaks of work, we can often help with their year-end accounting work. And payroll, of course, is an often overlooked service. We need specialist input and ongoing contact with clients to deliver that service. We provide monthly payroll services to a range of practices, especially smaller practices who maybe feel that this isn't a service they want to provide, but some of their clients demand it. We can certainly help. And company tax services from CT 600 preparation right through to filing with HMRC, we have tax specialists available to help your practice with those company tax preparations. And also VAT returns, we can prepare the returns on a quarterly basis, we can file them with HMRC and prepare the bookkeeping to support those arrangements. And personal tax, of course, usually we see many practices with severe peaks of work throughout the winter months. We have a team of tax specialists who can prepare those personal tax returns, turn them around quickly at a fixed price that you can use to leverage maybe some incremental pricing as that 31st of January deadline is looming. And secretarial services, we can provide those where you're taking on new clients and maybe they need to register information with HMRC. If it's a new company, we can help with Companies House arrangements and we can do the ongoing filing of information with Companies House as well. So taking all that together, almost all services an accountant provides can be outsourced. I'd like to move on to some perceptions and misconceptions that we discuss with potential clients all the time. So we hear some of our potential clients when we have initial discussions, they may say that outsourcing doesn't support the profit model and they don't believe it's scalable. That often happens when there is a perception that outsourcing is confined to recurring tasks, such as bookkeeping or year-end accounts or payroll. And I'll come on to how we allay those perceptions in the next slide. Some of our potential clients say outsourcing means we no longer control delivery of work. And yes, that can happen, but there are often underlying problems in those practices where maybe they don't have robust performance management arrangements. There's maybe a lack of quality review in some cases, and little effort to integrate an outsourced supplier into practice culture. So yes, that is a very valid perception, but of course you can overcome those with more effective arrangements to transmit work to your offshore supplier and receive it back. Some of our potential clients perceive that outsourcing doesn't provide value for money and only large businesses can afford it. There's a real perception that outsourcing is used to address short-term issues and provide short-term solutions to problems, maybe combating a peak in work or to clear a backlog. But you can use outsourcing throughout your business to make sure that it's mainstreamed into everything that you do. And there is a valid concern around data security when data is being accessed offshore. But most reputable suppliers have effective data security and arrangements in place to overcome those concerns. And some of our potential clients mention that the impact on staff morale can be adverse. Some individuals may feel their roles or even their careers are threatened by outsourcing some of the recurring work that they carry out week to week, or they may feel that there's a lack of professional development if work is outsourced to an offshore supplier. And we do work with clients to really, make sure the benefits of outsourcing work for individuals is understood. Some of our clients say that their clients have high expectations and won't like outsourcing work. But you'll find that most of your terms of services will have clauses in place that allow you to complete work offshore. So most of your clients will be well aware that work may not always be completed within the UK practice. We also hear about time zone, language, and potential cultural differences being barriers to outsourcing work. But that's really not the case at all when we have professional accountants, many who have trained in the UK and who are continuing with their professional development through regulatory bodies such as ACCA. And of course, we also hear that the pace of change is fast moving, and there is a perception that outsourcing can't keep up with those changes. In 2026, we have Making Tax Digital for ITSA. We're already talking to clients about how we can help with that transition. Artificial intelligence, of course, there are new arrangements in place every day, it seems. And how do we keep pace with that? And there are other software automations. But you will find that most outsourced suppliers are up to date with all of those trends and will offer effective solutions to those changes. So how have we helped some of our clients and customers overcome those perceptions, and how have we helped our customers? Well, one of the key pieces of feedback we get is that outsourcing has enabled them to improve their focus on core business activities. We do this through creating the additional capacity that practices need to focus on those key objectives, whether they are client growth, improving profit margins and profitability, or retaining clients. Many of our smaller practices feel that they need to widen their service offering to retain clients. And that's especially helpful to maybe sole practitioners who are looking to provide bookkeeping services, looking to provide payroll services, or even secretarial services. So they can offer those services confident in the knowledge that there is capacity to provide it through the outsourced supplier. There's also an increase in efficiencies and reduced costs. When we have our initial onboarding discussions with clients, we always discuss how they might want to update systems and processes to accommodate the outsourced supplier, be that improving communication channels with clients, having new arrangements in place to transmit work to the offshore supplier and receive it back and to track progress. We can help with all those reviews of systems and processes. And of course, their costs are usually 50% less than the price of a UK resource. So you'll see immediate cost reductions in your overheads. And of course, we provide flexible and scalable resources so you can adapt quickly to emerging situations, maybe a backlog of work, a peak of work, a surge in new clients. We can help with those work focuses that you need. We offer services on an hourly basis, so if you just need to buy a few hours every month, that's perfectly okay with us. Or you can even move up to a full-time equivalent resource who really works as part of your onshore team and who is directed by your practice managers to carry out the tasks that you need them to. And of course, all this creates capacity. to engage with your clients throughout their journey into your practice. At the onboarding stage, I've mentioned that you will have time to engage with those clients, understand their needs, and seek opportunities to upsell services. And as the relationship develops, you will see better turnaround times for work, an increase in quality of work, and a more consistent approach to preparing that work as well. We can help you with your working papers to make sure that those are consistent throughout the practice and that your onshore accountants understand exactly the position of work as it's completed by the offshore accountant. And it also helps to meet the career expectations of your people. We can shift their focus to adding value to your business, and it can also help them with their career development because they're carrying out more specialist services. The scope to carry out advisory work, really to help clients with their needs and to understand their future needs as well as they work, throughout their business. And outsourcing does underpin data integrity and security. Certainly at Initor here, we are GDPR compliant. We are ISO 27001 accredited as well, and we have an annual audit to reinforce those credentials that we present to clients. And we do help our clients respond to technological and industry trends. I mentioned the making tax digital changes, and there are also changes at Companies House through recent crime acts, and there are now enhanced reporting requirements, which we can help your practice with as well. So here are some of the positive outcomes for growth, profitability and sustainability that Initor customers have managed to secure in recent years. We've helped many clients increase the number of clients they get through the door. We ensure a smooth onboarding process and that those positive first impressions are always reinforced. We've helped many sole practitioners widen their service offering, and that can be a game changer for them, offering those services that they maybe didn't have the capacity or the inclination to provide in the past. We help many practices improve their profitability through the reduced input cost. I've mentioned the 50% comparison reduction when compared to UK resources, through more efficient workflows, looking at systems and processes to get work through your system, especially on a volume basis, and it allows practice managers, practice owners to focus on those higher margin services that really make a difference to a practice, for instance, advisory services or specialist tax advice. And we also help practices with their sustainability to retain clients. They have more time to spend with their clients and they have a more positive overall experience. The customer experience itself is improved through better turnaround times and more consistent approaches to work that an offshore supplier can provide. Many of our clients are happy with the reduced churn rates that they're able to report. And of course, the aim throughout all of this process is that you add value to your business and to your client relationships. So many positive outcomes for our clients, which I'm pleased to report to you today. So what do we offer our clients? Well, you have a free, no obligation trial of our services, up to 15 hours of any service which you would like to choose. That may be bookkeeping, year-end accounts preparation, or even payroll services. We can offer you a 15% discount in your first year of contract, and you can commission services on an ad hoc basis. Just let us know how many hours per month you would need, a half-time equivalent basis, and a full-time equivalent basis. And you will also have a named relationship manager as your key point of contact as well. So, thank you for listening. If you would like to have an informal discussion about how Initor Global can help with your outsourcing needs, feel free to drop me a line. You can see my email address there. And we also have a generic email address as well, where you can contact one of our specialist advisors. I would urge you to visit our website and you can record your details there if you'd like a call back. Or of course, you can telephone us and we can speak to you immediately about any outsourcing needs you may have. And of course, feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. It's great to hear from our customers and potential customers. So I'd be delighted to connect with you on LinkedIn if that's something you're looking to do. So once again, thank you for listening. If you're watching this on catch up, hopefully you can see the contact details at the end of this presentation. Thank you for listening and have a good day.